Welcome to another show, folks. Sports and stuff with Connor and Brice. Coming at you live. I'm Brice. He's Connor. Connor, my friend, how are you today?
I'm good. Just came back from the gym, so yeah.
Oh, lifting a little weights. Okay, what do we work on today?
Back in buys.
Okay, nice, nice, very good. Proud of you. Keep up the good work, my man. So let's jump into it here. Sports and stuff with Connor and Brice, episode number 4. Thank you guys for joining us so much. We really appreciate it. What you got on your mind today as far as sports, man?
Well, of course you probably know this. Yeah, Micah Parsons.
Yes. I'm so heartbroken. Apparently, Micah Parsons of my Dallas Cowboys is on the verge of, if not already officially, wanting to request a trade because these contract negotiations are going nowhere. Um, it's definitely a step that I did not want to get to, did not want to see this happen. We got Terry McLaurin doing the same thing over with the Commanders. He has officially requested a trade, which is sad. So I think Micah saw that, picked up on that, and is trying to run with it. I hope they get a deal worked out. I really do. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. What do you think?
So again, you're kind of lagging on my part. You're frozen.
Uh, Sorry about that. Just what do you think about that whole situation?
Well, Terry McLaurin. The thing is, I saw Micah Parsons make an entire whole paragraph on why he wants to leave. Terry McLaurin, I didn't see do that. I think Terry McLaurin is using it more as a negotiation tactic. I think Mike at this point just wants to leave.
You know what? I am afraid to say that I slightly agree with you, if not at least see your point. I think this is a negotiation tactic on the part of Terry because he's been there in Washington with the Commanders for a while now. He was there during the lean years, and now they're starting to see a little bit of prosperity. And I think it would be a shame to see him go and leave the team. So I think you're right. I think he is using this as a negotiation tactic with the Commanders, and I think a deal will get done. Unfortunately, when it comes to this situation and Micah and the Cowboys, I think he's serious. The things that go on with the Cowboys just really just disgusts me as a Cowboys fan. The way that Jerry Jones treats certain players disrespectfully, might I add, the way he did CeeDee Lamb, Zach Martin, Dak Prescott, waiting to the very last minute to sign or re-sign them. Now he's doing the same with Micah. He should have signed Micah last year, if not 2 years ago, to an extension. And now it's just a big mess. And the worst part is Micah's under contract for another year, right? So the Cowboys, Jerry and the Cowboys can technically franchise him. They can franchise tag him for 2 years, next year and the following year. So that could really, really put a stink in this whole situation, which I understand, and I would totally understand Micah's point in wanting to leave. Guys want security. They don't want to play on their last year of their deals. They want extended security from a length of term contract on the contract, as well as the money standing on the contract. And Micah should definitely be paid whatever he feels that he's worth. If it's the same or more than Trey Hendrickson in Cleveland or TJ Watt in Pittsburgh, then so be it. But bottom line, this should have got done a year ago or so, in my opinion. And now it's just coming to an ugly head.
Well, like you said before when we were at work, you said they were just about to get a trade done. But as soon as Miles Garrett got his deal, that changed everything.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, really, really unfortunate. way Jerry treats his players, certain players he has favorites, and certain ones he just treats as outliers when they are truly, truly important factors to the team and the team chemistry. From everything that I know and I've seen personally and what I've heard, Micah is a great
Can you
teammate,
hear me?
just as much as he's a great player, a great teammate and a great person. All the guys want him to, be there, but from what I heard, and I believe I heard it on the radio, reported by Adam Schefter that he was wanting to request a trade. He's thinking about requesting a trade and then just completely separating or cutting himself off from the team. And that's just sad. It's a really sad day for me, and I'm sure Cowboys fans all over the nation and world. So, but it is what it is. It's a business too. We can't forget that. It's definitely a business, and this is why I'm always of the mindset of of agreeing with the players, getting their money when the time comes. Get as much as you can because I don't know why it seems like in the public eye, whenever these contract disputes come up, people always side with the owners, and I never understand that. They always go against the players. Oh, you're making millions of dollars. I'd play this for free, or I'd take that contract. Blah blah blah. And you know, I understand that, but it's like these players are millionaires, but they're going and negotiating against billionaires, and I just can't separate the fact that they have those issues going on between themselves. Millionaires versus billionaires. The millionaires are the ones who are actually doing the work, doing the labor. As a working guy, we're both working guys. I'm always going to agree with like the working guy as opposed to the rich billionaire sitting in the suite in the skybox just watching the game, just running his mouth and running the team into the ground. So I don't know what your thoughts are, but I'm on the player side 99% of the time.
Hmm. So, what would be the trade package for Michael Parsons?
It would have to be something phenomenal. I'm talking first round pick like next year, and as well as like a two and a three, or first round pick the next year, and then like maybe like two twos and like a three the following year after that. It would have to be something that would just like blow the socks off, blow the Cowboys out of their mind to really make it. It'd have to be basically an offer they couldn't refuse. I don't even know what player they would get back that they would
Hmm.
they would need somebody defensively. Yeah, it would have to be a player, a first, and then like 2 seconds and a third, or a first and a second and two thirds, something like that. But from a player standpoint, uh, I don't even know who they would want in return.
Maybe they'll only get draft picks.
Maybe if it is only draft picks, I would want it to be a lot. I mean, we're talking like five total draft picks. That's what I would want. And how you
Hmm.
want to divvy that up, that could be negotiated, debated. Like I said, a first, 2 seconds and two thirds, or a first, 2 seconds, a third, and a fourth, something like that.
Hmm. I could see him going to the Patriots.
He would definitely fit in there. The Patriots are revamping and rebuilding their defense, and he would definitely make a great addition. But I don't want to get too far down that road. There's still hope. It doesn't look like it, but there's still hope now, and we'll see if maybe things change. But I mean, there's a lot of teams that he would fit in well with. A guy like that, you can plug him into basically any team, any defense, and just turn him loose. Just say, go get the quarterback, and he'll definitely get the job done, no matter the defense or the team.
Mhm.
As long as he doesn't go to NFC East, especially the East or your Giants. I don't want to see him there.
Oh, I could see him going to Washington.
Yeah, if he goes to Washington, I mean, of course I'll miss him, but Washington's been so in the dumps for so long. I'm glad to see them kind of meeting some prosperity a little bit here with Jaden Daniels. Hopefully they get their situation resolved with Terry McLaurin as well. But for most of my life, which I'm not going to date myself too much here, but it's been a little bit longer than yours from what I've seen from the Washington Commanders back all the way when they were, the Redskins and then the Washington football team. It hasn't been very prosperous times for them. So to see him go there when they're on the upswing, that could put them over the top. I mean, I would be happy just for him because I like him as a player. If that would put them over the top and he'd win a ring, for example, with the Commanders as opposed to the Cowboys, I'd be happy for him.
Hmm.
You're not gonna see me, talking down on him or burning a Michael Parsons jersey or anything like that. I'd be
Like,
happy.
what if he went to Philly?
No, he can't go to Philly. He can't go to Philly. But
Uh,
that would be out of his control because if he requests a trade and Philly is the best trade partner, you would want the team to get the best deal. And if the best deal would be with Philly, then that's what it would be. That's the risk you take. Sometimes teams aren't going to accommodate you if you say, "Oh, I want to go to this team or that team." They would just trade for the best deal for them. And again, that's
mhm,
that business aspect of it. They got to do what's best for the team, which is why, again, I don't mind him doing what's best for him. The teams will always do what's best for them. They can sign you to a deal, and then how many times do you see guys get cut after, you know, 2, 3 years into a multi-year deal, and then they say, "Oh,
yeah.
it's just business." So I don't mind him doing what he has to do.
Hmm.
But other than that, there was the Hall of Fame game last night. I did not get a chance to watch it, admittedly. Had an early start to today, so couldn't really stay up late last night to watch it. But it was the Chargers and who did
The
they play?
Lions. Lions.
Chargers and Lions. Yeah, that's right. And I know Chargers won. We had Trey Lance, former Dallas Cowboy backup quarterback, playing for the Chargers, and he played well. He played well.
Against backups, so can't really say much, but yeah.
True, against backups, but I'm sure that those guys were on Detroit on the lines over there. They wanted to put good footage on film on the tape here, make sure that they solidify themselves to be on the team and stuff like that. So those guys that are playing, because we know the starters aren't playing, but those guys who aren't playing, they're playing for a spot on the team. They want to put good film on there, and just to be sure that if they don't make that team, they can get picked up by another team. But it was good to see Trey do well again, just from his time in Dallas. I was hoping he'd get a shot, but with Dak being the entrenched quarterback there in Dallas, obviously he wasn't going to get too good of a shot. So I'm glad to see him move on. Of course, he's backing up Justin Herbert, but the more positive plays he can put on film, the better his chances to eventually get a starting job, which, you remember he did have in San Francisco, who drafted him.
Injuries.
Yeah,
That's what set him
yep.
back.
They say you can't lose your job to injury, but that's not true. If you get injured and someone comes in and fills the spot and performs well, they're gonna get that job. You're not getting it back. That's why these guys don't want to come out when they're hurt. They want to make sure they stay on the field at all costs to keep their roles. I mean, Trey Lance got hurt, and was it Purdy? Was it Brock Purdy who stepped in?
Uh, yeah, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So he stepped in a long, long time ago when when you were just a little one. New England Patriots had a quarterback playing. His name was Drew Bledsoe, and he got injured, and they threw this guy named Tom Brady in to take his place, and the rest is history. So that's uh that's that on the NFL front. Unless you got anything else, I know we're quickly winding down here. The Hall of Fame game was the first preseason game.
Yeah,
Oh, we got three more preseason games or two. No, they knocked it down to three. So
yeah. I think it starts next weekend.
yeah, so two more preseason, 2 more weeks of preseason, and then we're at kickoff, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
finally.
Then the real
Oh,
show starts.
and another news thing, Amari Cooper has officially retired.
Oh no, 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 no. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Another guy that I loved and respect. I followed him since he was at Alabama, and he performed great for the Cowboys. He performed great everywhere he went. He was just the model of consistency. So I'm happy for him. Glad to see that he wanted to go out on his own terms. So there's a lot of time the game retires you. You don't get to retire from the game. So glad to see that he's hanging up the cleats the way he wants to. That's two guys that I really am a fan of that retired. Tyron Matthew and Amari Cooper. So
OBJ could be next.
OBJ could be next. I hope not. I love seeing him, but if he retires as well, then hats off to him. He's another guy that I liked and would have liked to see get a Super Bowl. So I'm glad he did with the Rams.
Hmm. Where do you think OBJ is gonna do?
I don't know. We're getting so close to kickoff here. Um, I'm not sure. Let me throw that question back at you and hear your thoughts. What do you think he's gonna do? You think he's gonna try and get back onto the Giants where he started everything and have a farewell tour, or what do you think?
Well, if he's willing to come for just the vet minimum, then sure. Because let's be honest, considering his injuries, his age, he's got to take the vet minimum. If he wants a little bit more money, then that's all he can take. I
Yeah,
wouldn't mind him with the Giants as like a vet. Like I feel like that can help the young receivers, especially high. Just that vet presence and seeing him play like in training camp, I think will really help him out.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. He can provide that veteran presence, show the young receivers, how to be a pro. He's won the Super Bowl as we mentioned, so I'm sure he would have a lot of knowledge to share with those guys, and almost anywhere he would go, really. But we'll see. We'll see. So I want to save our, contenders and predictions. Let's save that for like the last week before the season, as far as who we're gonna think is gonna win, each division and who's gonna
Hmm.
be Super Bowl champions. But let me throw a little quick top five at you. Who do you think just the top five contenders are for the Super Bowl this coming season?
All right. You got to put unfortunately Philly up there. That's one. I think Chiefs two. You got to put the Chiefs obviously. Ravens three, Bills four, and Rams five.
Ha, that's funny because that is pretty much my top five as well. I should have told you it didn't have to be in any particular order, But those would be my five as well: Chiefs, Eagles, Rams, Bills, and Ravens. They all very very good teams. Um, I would say out on the just on the outside looking in, I would have to say the Lions and maybe the Commanders.
Mm, I'm debatable on Washington.
I guess I'm a little bit higher on Washington than you are.
Yeah, because if they lose Terry McLaurin, then they're kind of screwed.
Yes, that is a very, very big variable to take into consideration. If they lose Terry McLaurin, that all changes. If they do wind up signing him, which I do think they will, then I think they could be right there. And then, of course, with the Lions, the way that they went out, how they didn't want to last season, they'll definitely be wanting to prove something. And so I got them right there on the outside looking in. But yeah, Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, Rams, and Eagles. Definitely my top five
Yeah.
as well. So great minds think alike, partner. Great minds think alike. So that's pretty much all I got here as far as NFL. I'm trying to think of any other news that I've heard. Have you heard anything else as we
um,
approach the
let
season
me
start
check.
here?
Let me check. So I think there's been a few more things. Let me see if anything happens.
Let's see here. Let me see as well. NFL, NFL.
Let's see, trying to find it. I think. Oh yeah, Broncos extended their wide receiver Cortland Sutton to a 4-year, $92 million deal.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I like that move. Think they're headed in the right direction. They could have something to say in the AFC as well.
Yeah, no, I like that deal.
Yeah.
Titans cutting Traylon Burks. Oh, after trying to trade for AJ Brown, trading AJ Brown for this.
Yeah. Uh,
Probably one of the worst trades in history.
yeah. Looking at how have worked out up to this point, I would definitely agree.
Wow. And
um,
I believe that is about it. Oh, Cowboys extended Jake Ferguson, if you didn't know about that, the tight end,
yeah. Yeah.
to a four
Um,
year, $52 million deal.
yep. Yep. And just looking on it here on, let's see, on NFL.com, just to confirm, a story written by, was it Kevin Patra, Micah Parsons request trade from Cowboys. I no longer want to be here, quote. So, ah, sad news. Sad day for me. Sad day for me and Cowboys fans everywhere. Just confirming it. Sometimes it's hard to believe what you hear, but when you see it at least written as a report, it only cements it and makes it that much more painful to actually see it in writing. So, oh well,
All right.
sad day, sad day. I hope it works out. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you can see it in my face and hear it in my voice. I know you that I know you're dancing inside as a Giants fan to see me go through this, to see my team go through this. But until Jerry Jones fires himself as the GM of the team, we're just going to continue to have situations like this and not see any prosperity, really.
Yep, pretty much. Does this all the time.
Yeah. So we were earlier we were checking out some video though of your Giants at training camp, and you were saying that Neighbors looks pretty good, huh?
He's always looked good.
Yeah. So, hey, if your predictions are right and that defense plays up to what you expect them to, then they're going to be a formidable force to be reckoned with. Definitely for sure. 100%.
Hmm.
So, but
Yeah,
yeah,
you'll see it.
we're we're uh we're in that little lull of time here right before, the kickoff start here. We got college football too. I'm going to try and keep up with that, at least the major teams, to kind of follow that and see who is, going to be in line for coming up to the league next year and things like that. I'm going to keep my eye on the big schools, like Texas. Of course, I'm a Texas fan, Longhorns, and they got, Arch Manning's going to be starting. The big storyline for him is he going to be one and done? Is he going to go back to school another year or two? Some people I've heard have said that. Uh, I'm gonna follow, LSU. I like LSU too. All the big schools: Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, USC, and just kind of see because that'll help get an idea of what teams as the NFL season progresses, what teams could be possibly looking for in the upcoming draft. But as far as draft, that's a long way away. We'll see how
Hmm.
this crop of rookies does and how the season plays out. But I'm excited for it. Football on Saturdays and Sundays. So definitely looking forward to it.
Sir.
Cool. So we're in that little bit of a lull here, like I said, but baseball, the teams are, I know the baseball trading deadline was yesterday, and some teams made some moves. My Yankees made some moves. They got some help at third base, couple arms for the bullpen. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, the playoffs are going to start here. Today is the first day of August. The show will drop in 2 days, so that'll be the third, but we're recording here on the first, just to keep on schedule here. But we're in August, and next thing September here, the football season starting. The baseball will be getting closer to the playoffs. NBA training camps will be opening and starting soon, and the winter season will be here before you know it. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Definitely looking forward to seeing the pigskin getting thrown around and playoff baseball. I'm a big fan of playoff baseball. I watch a little bit of regular season. I more keep up with it, like kind of just on the radio and online and stuff like that. I try and go to like one or two games a year. I did go to one Yankee game this year and just follow the Yankees and the Astros. Me being a native Houstonian, following the Astros, who got Carlos Correa back, by the way, in a trade before the deadline yesterday. He was their shortstop, and then he moved on to the Minnesota Twins, and he just got traded back to the Astros before the deadline ended yesterday. So I know Houston is happy to have them back. The fans up down there are happy to have them back, so that's cool. But we definitely next season, man, we should definitely look at trying to go to a game and doing a show, like a Yankee game, doing a show outside of the stadium before the game, and just check the game out. Or we can check the game, just do like a little preview, and then do a post show, do a show after that. That'd be really fun, man. We could take the train or something over to the Bronx and check the game out, sit in the sun. Bring your friends, whoever wants to come, and we can do a show
Hmm.
out there. I think that'd be really cool in front of the stadium. Do like a remote show.
Okay. That'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And we got some other things in the works here. We had talked last week about the Fantastic Four, so another thing that I'm hoping to bring to everyone is doing like a remote show from like a movie theater, like after checking out a movie that we want to see, giving our reviews and everything, just like we did with the Fantastic Four. So we're definitely gonna look to be bringing that to you, and we're gonna get ourselves online here as far as a social media standpoint. We're going to give ourselves a uh, Twitter or X, formerly known as Twitter account, so everyone can keep up with us. We'll post there, show time, show updates when new episodes drops, or just our general, thoughts on the current events in sports and everything in pop culture and stuff like that. Just so we can, stay out there and communicate and be a part of everything, even when we're not taping a show or, dropping a show or something like that. So everyone definitely look forward to that. We'll post our link to that in our description here once we get that up and running for you, definitely. So stay on the lookout for that. Anything else, my man?
Nah, I think that's about it, to be honest.
All right, all right. Well, cool, cool, man. Well, once again, thanks for joining us, everyone. Again, I'm Bryce. He's Connor. Sports and stuff with Connor and Bryce. Stay tuned for the next episode. Good show, my man. You'll see you soon and see everyone out there soon. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, man.
See ya.
All right. See ya.